Well, hopefully this is the last day of the white paper, and if you didn't understand the concept of the last video, which was just talking about the strategies and debating and the propositions and just process of doing it, and instead you wanted to take it into some PS3 versus 360 debate, you completely missed out, you're lost, and I'm not even bothering explaining to you any further. Anyway, today we're going to talk about the metric. Metric is a standard of measurement, or anything pertaining to a standard of measurement. Now, there are tons of metrics when people compare video game consoles, platform systems, games, whatever. Now, let's take a look at some of the metrics that people use. One of the metrics is the power of hardware. Some may say that the most powerful hardware is indicative of what system is the best system. But I find it kind of funny that people that claim that the PS3 is better because it's more powerful than the 360, and the 360 is better because it's more powerful than the Wii, mainly due to the power, these people do not consider the PC as the best gaming platform overall. Now, PS3 is better than the 360 because of power, then why is it the PC regarded as the best platform itself? By the metric of power. It's easy. To be quite honest, not everybody cares about power. If power is such a determining issue, then 100 million plus wouldn't have bought the PS2, and so many people wouldn't have to be buying the Wii right now. If power was the determining metric, then PC has better graphics, better frame rates, better resolution, so why would it not be regarded as the best gaming platform in the metric of power? Now, the metric of controls. Some may say that controls make a system better than another. Problem is, some people prefer the 360 controller. Some people prefer the DualShock controllers. Some people prefer mouse and keyboard. Some people prefer the Wiimote. Some people like Zephyrnix like a combination of all of them. Some people like me may like an arcade stick. My mom enjoys motion controls over standard controls. Others may or may not. So when you talk about the metric of controls, come down to a lot of things. Some people like, some people don't. Some people do, some people don't. Another metric, the metric of multiplats. Some people look at multi-platform games as important. There are a group of people out there that do not like the game on the PC. Thus, they may believe that the 360 may be a more viable gaming option as it gets a degree of multi-platform games that are on the PC that the PS3 does not get. Games such as Mass Effect, Left 4 Dead, Gears of War, etc. On the other hand, some people may not look at that as an advantage, but may look at it as a disadvantage, as simply they do not need to buy the 360 as they have the option to play the games on another platform in the PC. So instead of these people may be looking for a more unique experience on the 360 that can't be found anywhere else. Next up, metric of exclusives. Some people look at exclusive games as important, games that can only be found on one platform. Yes, that means singular MLD. Now, Halo, Gears, Forza, Mario, Zelda, Metroid, Uncharted, Killzone, Demon's Souls, Crysis, Sins of Soul Empires, Total War, Stalker. The preference of exclusives can be a metric used to determine which platform is better than another, but like I said, that metric is pretty much opinionated. The metric of value. This falls under the proposition of value. It matters to some, it may not matter to others. Some people look at the $600 PS3 with the Blu-ray player and look at it as a steal. Others looked at that $600 Blu-ray player, $600 PS3, and looked at it as too much to swallow for a gaming console. Couldn't justify the price. Some consider the overall value of a PC and what it has to offer. Others complain about the overall price to get into PC gaming in general. Metric of online. Matchmaking versus dedicated servers. Cross-game chat, Steam, games for Windows Live, Xfire, the selection of games with online play for System X. Friends on one service compared to friends on another service. All factors in measuring the metric of online. Friends. Some may determine what is the better system or the more preferred system to them based on their friends. If they have more friends playing X system over Y system, they may prefer to get X system over Y system so they can play with their friends. Alternatively, that same person or another person may prefer Y system over X system, seeing as so many of their friends already have X system, why not just get something different? Because they can just play that X system whenever they want. The metric of features. Some use them, some don't. Some like them, some don't. Some see value in them, some don't. Cross-game chat is good. Some people don't see it as worth $50 a year. PC has everything beaten features, but some people just want a game. They may not want to buy into a PC. Features don't matter because all I do is games. Otherwise, some people say I do tons of other things besides games, and those features matter to me. And my favorite metric of all, oh yes, the one that MLD praises so much, and the one that runs the System Wars forum even to this day. You've probably heard it before: single A, double A, triple A games, we have more. Well, to him and others who argue about high-rated games, this is another metric people use to try to prove what is better. But let's take me for an example. I could care less about the metric of review scores, and a lot of people also I know don't care about them either, like Shokio and Cardi. I don't play review scores, I play games. Street Fighter 3 Third Strike couldn't even make double A, and yet it's regarded as one of the best fighters ever created. Reviews do not impact my enjoyment of a game. Sit me down with a game that's an amazing game, and I play it, and somebody tells me it's a 10, and another person tells me it's a 4. Maybe a magazine comes out and publishes it as a 4. If I had fun, it really didn't matter to me. So to sum it up, I mean, you have tons of metrics people are using to make their case on what platform they think is the best. Some metrics some people care about more than others, while some metrics people may not even care about at all. So who's to say that a person doesn't hold one metric over the majority of other metrics, or that another person simply doesn't care for that same metric at all? A person may say that the 360 has a more critically acclaimed lineup. That is a fact. But some people simply do not care for review scores, may not hold that into such high regard. A person may say that the PC is capable of the best graphics in gaming. That is a fact. But some people may not care, and they simply don't really care about it having the best graphics. They would simply prefer the PS3 because, in their opinion, they believe that it has a better gaming library that appeals to them and better and more exclusives that appeal to them. Bottom line is, when you people use these metrics to try to determine what system is the best, you guys have to realize that how each metric is accepted is an opinion. Sure, the information may be presented factually and may be a fact, but how one metric is viewed and held into regards to a person varies person to person. One person can view one metric as being more important than another metric. One person may see one metric as completely insignificant, while another person may value that metric to a high degree. That's all I gotta say. Peace.